hopefully this is the last time this sheet's going to be around this bow, because today we're going to try and make it watertight all the way up there, up to the wheelhouse.
So now it's time for that glorious job.
Oh, glorious sanding, as Mads would say from Sail Life. Right, let's get sanding. So I just rounded the edge off. Basically the deck boards we've parted are 100mm too wide, most places, but just to round off to let the water run off hopefully, and then all this is going to get shortened back when it's got the glass on it to meet where the bulwarks go in the future. What are you doing, setting fire to the boat? Not good enough.
And just any little spots that I think might be damp, I'm just giving them a little preheat to dry the ply. I think that's epoxy, so it's okay.
It's hard to distinguish between epoxy and a bit of damp. Yeah, she's found some.
Oh, that's definitely damp, that.
So we're quite a few hours off actually glassing, so it's going to keep drying it, and then the sun's going to come round soon as well, so cool. Well, I'm going to route to this side now. See, the edge might look a bit wibbly wobbly, but as I say, it's 100mm up, but around this point here it goes down to about 50, so I've kicked us back out. Right, so we've been struggling for ages with this sticky glue that we used to stick the tape down with, the sheet down with, sorry. So what we're using is a wire brush, a cloth, and the main ingredients is petrol. So what we're doing here, right, I'm going to film one-handed, so if I look like a biffer when I'm sort of wire brushing, it's because I'm doing it one-handed. So Gemma's going to wipe it with some petrol. And then we go quick. Yeah. Otherwise, we've been here for ages trying to scrape it off. Clogging up sanding discs just doesn't work. And you have to be really fast. And then we'll obviously go over that with the sander, and then, yeah, then the new top coat will go over that, so it doesn't matter if we scratch it, does it?
No, so we're nearly done.
Well, we're down here now, it's got that much to do.
So the generator is on because we're running out of power. It's quite heavy on the batteries, all the sanding we've got to do, so I'm going to do some battery powered sanding. So start prepping all the wheelhouse curve. So we all know fiberglassing isn't our strong point. So we've been trying to work out the best way to get the deck fiberglassed around the curve of the wheelhouse. So the curve of the wheelhouse isn't getting fiberglassed on the front because it was wood originally, so we're keeping it wood. But we want to put a lip up for the water integrity of it. So I think what we're going to do now is cut our fiberglass in little strips to go round the wheelhouse. Cut 2 strips for the 2 big runs that we've got to do along the deck, and then once that's dried we'll come back and sort of patch in where it needs patching in. Okay, so now we need to cut our fiberglass, which is 5 meters. It's massive. I don't know whether I've got enough deck.
Or outlet.
So the future plan is when we've put the fiberglass in sort of and it goes up, we're only going to go up a couple of inches because round the sides of the boat had, I don't know what the boat technical name for it is, but a nice wooden trim along the bottom. So where you sort of have the edge of the fiberglass that goes up, you won't see it because of the nice wooden trim that will go in a few years when we're onto all the nice finishing touches. So it might look a bit
Jaunty is a good word.
jaunty for now. Okay, we'll go with that one. But when the boat is like finished, you won't see it. It's just basically for extra water integrity because no one wants fresh water down in that bow area ever again.
No chance.
So we're just doing some tests on how thick we think it needs to be. How big did you go for then?
100 mil.
100 mil.
Which I think's too small.
Too
Really.
small. So we're just doing some tests as we know. Maybe some fiberglass is watching this going, you don't do it like that, but this is how we're doing it because we don't know.
But as well, we know this isn't going to go around the curvature. So I think what we're going to do is wet all these up, pre-wet them.
Yeah, get that round, won't we?
Is that enough?
I think that's probably enough.
Or do you want to come a bit longer on the bottom? Then it'll make the curving harder. But bear in mind, we're going to be coming up to this as well with our
2 layers of deck.
yeah, other glass. So actually, do we go for 2 layers here, but we do the top layer or the bottom layer a bit bigger?
Yeah, to have a staggered edge on that.
So like we can still have both edges there, but then maybe like that. Even looking.
No.
Does that make sense? Or if the bottom layer and then one stops at this line and then the next one stops at that line.
When we come to do the deck one.
Do this the top one, yeah. So actually, if we put the
bigger one at the bottom.
Yes. Which is going to be the hardest one to get in because it's thicker, and then like that. Yeah, that's better, isn't it?
Okay, that's the plan. Let's go mix up some fiberglass. No, missing a step, dear.
Let's go and cut a load of strips of these.
Cut all that, and I need to clean this and acetone it.
Yeah. It's quite an important joint here, I think. So
Yeah.
if it's going to crack anyway, it's going to crack here, isn't it? We don't want it to crack.
No crackage. Right, okay. Crack on. The plan is by the end of today, not just like the video, but today, is to have this in top coat. So it's all watertight and we don't have to sheet up ever again. Yay.
Well, we still have to shield the sides where it meets.
Yeah, but the bow area.
Because it's a nightmare. It is a true nightmare to get a sheet around this curve. A one-piece sheet. You can't have a two-piece sheet because it'll like...
Right, let's crack on. Okay, So there's all these strips cut for the front of the wheelhouse.
Right, so we've got all of our pieces cut. So now we're fiberglass time. So we're going to mix up some small batches, but we're going to do it a bit stronger so it goes off so we can progress with the work. So we've put 20 mils in there, and we've got 1 litre in here, or 1 kilo in here of the resin. So here we go. There's one of them. And there's the smallest mixing stick I could find. So it's quite a key note which we've noticed. It changes colour, but you can really see there's colour difference between the two resins, are the one with the hardener and the one without the hardener. See the line?
Yeah.
Okay, that's actually worked quite well. That's worked quite good. That's what we like all this. So I'm now going for a half piece now to start here, then we start our brickwork pattern. And we're going to need some more goop, aren't we? If I get this one on, I'll mix up some more, give you time to... From there all the way round to where Gemma is. Not finished yet.
Barely.
So that's now got 2 layers on it. Is that right, Gem? 2 layers, isn't it? I got corrected once, didn't I?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're staggered layers, and they're also staggered on how far they come down. So I mean, it's 600 GSM, which is, I think, quite thick. It's quite an industrial grade. Right, we're going to let this tack off, and then we're going to do the big bits all the way down there. Get this down so we get the reference in. It's a bit tiny. Okay, good. Perfect.
I look good there.
So, now it just comes to the top there. Start the same again, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, slippy that. So a slight technical problem with this area here. When we've rolled it out before, we wanted to start at one end, so I thought, well, let's put a blob of resin on one end, and then it's gone off because it's in the sun. So yeah, we put like a blob of resin to hold the fiberglass down so it didn't blow up, because it's a bit windy today, and it's sort of, I think it's just gelled off, and now because it's gelled off it won't adhere to it. So luckily we've got to do all that over there, so we'll do a quick repair job here, because we can do repair jobs, it's fine. Apart from that, it went well, really good. So I think we're going to have our dinner, and this will all be nice and set up, and then we can do them bits down there and them bits down there and go round the side. That's going to be a good feeling, that. The past few episodes anyway has been good feelings. We've achieved something. I just need to get back over there now. You're going to catch me?
It's not slippy this side really, unless you land on the far
Yeah,
side.
this side's slippy. And I landed before, and it's not like the boat is actually listed ever so slightly, so it didn't help. Right, there it goes. Right, so I've seen Olympic jumpers do it. They sort of like stride back like that, so. Ah! It's because it was a solid deck. Right, so we've figured out how we're going to do the rest of it now. So all this is dry, still a bit green, but right, so we're putting a piece right down there now. It's going to stay a metre wide, so it's going to get us to about here. Then we're going to have another piece which is there on top to there. Then we're going to do the same on the other side, and then we're going to work our way down in 1 metre strips. We were going to do a long piece, but then we figured out how we're going to do it, because you have to get to both sides and blah 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 blah. So we can start with this one. So we've already measured it. It's going to be 2.5 metres. So Gemma's going to send that out. 2.5 metres. We're going to cut this. It's out of balance. Right. Okay. We need another one of them.
Okay.
So let's start with cutting 2 first.
So we need 2 more runs for this side, and we need an overall length of 4.9 metres, and as it happens we've got 4.9 metres left on the roll.
Any idea how many metres was on this roll?
Oh, I'll have to
Can you look on an invoice?
I can look at an invoice. So we think we've got a little bit that we need to do the bit round the side, but I think I'm gonna have to be ordering some more fiberglass. I didn't think we were gonna use, like, we were low.
No.
That roll looked huge this morning.
When you start running, what we did,
Yeah,
we basically put down 10 metres this morning.
yeah. Okay. Well, that was lucky. We can still continue.
Yeah.
Right, time to get the next layer done.
So.
Yep. You got your line to mark. Oh, quite proud of that. Just out of interest, the camera has been rolling for 27 minutes. So that's how long it's just took us, because obviously I'm not making you watch the whole 27 minutes of it. Yeah, 27 minutes to put that down them 4 pieces. So we've also just realised something, we haven't got much resin left, so I definitely need to get a fiberglass order placed.
I've got some more resin at work.
Oh, we've got more resin at work.
Yeah,
okay, we've got more resin at work. There we go. Sorting out your mistake.
Yeah. Cool, I'll do it. So we'll basically, in a minute, before it goes on, we'll basically feather all the edges off.
I'll do it inside so we
Yeah.
don't get glass everywhere.
Beautiful.
So you may notice we don't talk as much when we're doing fiberglass, and it's because like you're so panicked, aren't you? Like,
Yeah,
got to get it done before it goes off. And
Go time. It is a stressful job.
so yeah, so we go a bit quiet, and the camera work sort of goes a bit to crap, doesn't it? So sorry about that.
Yeah, but you're full of crap. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. If only we
You've
had
got
a
a job to do.
cameraman.
Yeah. Or camera lady. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but right then, wait for that to dry, and then we'll start sanding.
Yep. So because we went too hard surface on the fiberglass, it's left like a little line along here. So what we're using is some U-POL bridging filler, I think it's called. It's basically fiberglass filler. It's got very sort of like strands of glass in the filler. Quite good. It's a polyester based thing, so it's the same chemicals, whatever you call it.
So is this like technically fair in your decks?
This is fair in your deck.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just giving it any little... We did quite a good job, just have a little look on like the join.
So we did actually, yeah.
But just so we haven't got like a ridge there or anything when we come to sand it and it's all nice and smooth, we're just putting a bit of filler in it. I really don't like sanding, especially sanding fiberglass. We're nearly there now. We're just waiting for a little touch of fiberglass filler to dry. A few last little bits of sanding to do, and then the big clean up, ready for the top coat.
What time is it, Jim?
It's paint your boat time. Nearly. Just got to clean it.
Very good. All sanded up quite nice. Took quite a bit of cleaning, hoovering. Now got the Jenny running in the background because we've used all of our reserve power. Typical, the sun's come out, but we think it's going to go behind a cloud. You don't really want to do it in the sun. It goes off too quick. And you say that you can't really go any less than 1.5% on the hardener, so it goes off pretty quick. So we want it to be cloudy, basically. So we're shooting for 3, and we're on 3. So we'll start with 3 kilos. Alexa, what's 1.5% of 3,000?
1.5% of 3,000 is 45.
So we now need 45 mils of this stuff. So squeeze the bottom. It comes up, a tiny bit too much. We'll lose some of that. Right, so we've got the hardener ready and the top coat ready. So when Gemma's finished outside with the cleaning, then we'll mix that up and we'll go outside and start throwing it on. How you getting on, Gem?
Nearly there.
Almost there. Very soon it's going to be all grey. Big deck.
Oh my god, I need a cup of tea after that.
Do you want to brew first?
Yeah.
Right, brew time, and then we should have accrued some energy with the Jenny being on just then. Gemma's blowing herself off.
Been on my knees all day, and I've got loads of like little bits of fiberglass stuck in my knees and my leggings.
It is like
so itchy. I just had to get it down and give him a good blow.
it'll come back though.
Tight
Right.
pants.
Brew time, paint your boat time.
Right, it's time to paint the deck. Woohoo! This is like the biggest area that I've got to paint for a long time. Because obviously when we get down the decks, it's a lot smaller, isn't it, down the side decks. Right, brew done. The sun is still hiding behind clouds, so let's go.
The hardner has gone in, so that means it's go, go, go!
All hands on deck!
Yeah.
Literally!
Here.
Fuck off, son.
You can really see the shape now, can't you? It's got a real nice camber to it. It's beautiful. Now we wait for it to go off. But it shouldn't be too long in this sun.
No, not at all.
Got a kick in it. Right, that's good that.
Oh, the
Nice and
front of
heavy.
the deck looks dead dusty.
I know, yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but... Oh yeah.
Remember it was like that last
Yeah.
time, then we were like, oh my god, it looks like you can tell.
It's a different shade.
But then it all went to one, didn't it, after a week? So.
Yeah, it just fades in, so...
So today's job is to sort out the front of the wheelhouse. We've got to get all our bare wood painted to protect it. So we've got a lot of sanding to do, filling to do, but also there's a lot of flaky paint around the top. So I think there's a lot of flaky paint everywhere, but I think for now we're going to concentrate just on the bottom half. So I'm going to try and get as much loose paint off as possible, and then we'll get the filler out. Oh, satisfying peel. It's quite a solid piece of wood under this. So I got all excited because that come off really easy and the rest of it is like stubborn as anything. And Simon goes, here's a blowtorch. Oh yeah. Oh yes, look at that. Right.
Just don't torch the boat.
I know it's wrong, isn't it, using fire on a wooden boat? But, oh yes. Because look, I've been scraping down here and it's like...
Stubborn as a mule.
Okay.
Right, so have you had the conversation about we're not going to go that far?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
It's about getting it protected, isn't it? Not
Protecting,
making it
we're
pretty.
not about that pretty.
But, painting the outside of this wheelhouse would be a good job for someone who wanted to come down and volunteer. So if you want to come and paint the front of my wheelhouse, let me know. Because I hate that. It's a big job. All the windows need coming out and everything, don't they?
Is this a next year job now?
Probably. The weather's a bit too rubbish in it to start taking windows out and stuff. But it does need doing because it does need protecting. So it's how far do I go now to protect it over winter? Do I just... I don't know.
I think we just get some paint around there to air, because then it'll be sealed from there. I'm doing crap really. It'll be sealed from there all the way down there, won't it?
Yeah, I'm just worried about the raw ply, but then I don't want to start throw more paint just over it, then struggle getting it off next year.
Yeah, because then like, yeah, you could do up here, but then when you stop, you do all this, the other side.
Let's see how far I get today. Oh yeah, and if I position my bin on there, hopefully it'll fall straight in. Oh, I was on fire for a second there.
Press through before we properly get into this.
Yeah. Okay. There's always time for a brew, isn't it? I hope we don't run out of gas. Right, come back in about 5 hours and I might be somewhere with this.
Found some good wood on the boat.
Makes a change.
Makes a change, that. Beautiful.
Right, so to there. Getting there, aren't we?
Yeah, it's going well. Makes a change from smashing stuff off to actually preparing it. Because this is going to look really nice when it's finished.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So I went a bit further with the scraping to the bottom of the windows because I thought the way the flaky paint was, if you do get any water down there, it's going to sit. Up here it doesn't matter because you won't get any sort of standing water. So I'm going to paint just under the windows. So we're still on the sanding, prepping, filling stage. But it's getting there.
Right, it's now filler time. It's all been sanded. Kind of like, I call it ditching, just sort of create a bit of depth anyways for the filler to go in. So we get a nice, smooth wheelhouse front. Right, let's go mix up some filler. Right, so we're going to be using a fiberglass filler for the first pass. So it's a bridging compound. Right, so it's all pretty perfect. Nice and smooth. It's ready for some primer now. We'll just be reading the instructions. That's not like us at all. And it says you need to leave it 6 hours between coats. So unfortunately we couldn't get one coat on.
Not like me, I've got 2 coats on today. Right, so it's a bit dusty. So let's give it all a good clean down.
Doesn't that look beautiful?
Just keep it like that. Varnish it off.
Yes, it was originally.
It used to be blue at one point, I think.
Yeah.
Because yeah, we got some blue paint off.
Right, so we've got some dodgy masking tape going on there. It's all been panel wipes, nice and clean, all three, relatively flat. Just need some paint now. You're doing it grey.
Oh, what colour are we painting the wheelhouse? What do you think?
It's got to be grey, hasn't it? You're good at that, what?
No,
You get the hang of it.
I hate paint. Getting there. Ready for this big reveal?
Yeah. This is going to wow you. Gotta go white, isn't it?
Right, need to give it a good mix
Good stir.
and add some thinners.
Yeah, so we're going 10% thinners on the first coat so it soaks in as much as it can.
Mix and stick, might be a bit big, but
It's like a cauldron.
it's nearly that time of year. Don't worry, I'm a witch all year.
Can you say ha 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 ha?
Ha 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 ha!
No, that's Santa.
That's ho 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 ho!
It's more like ha ha ha. Come on.
Go away.
Be interesting to find out whether I'm allowed to paint or not. Can I paint it, Jem?
No. Oh, I don't know, I might let you do this side. Right, so
This is like
the floor is super slippy.
yeah, let me demonstrate. Just hold on a minute.
It's only on the new bit, the older bit.
Yeah, the old bit out.
But literally, and the boat is leaning a bit to port.
Obviously the camera on our new deck as well really upsets it. It's not gonna look very good this because it's thinned, this paint. I've been given permission!
Yeah, but what did I also say?
Don't drip it on the deck. Well, we'll both be using white paint, won't we? So maybe blame Gemma? Right, it goes. Well, you just put it all on there. Oh yeah.
You dripped it on the deck already.
I think Gemma was closest. Oh, look at that. See, what could possibly go wrong? Right, I need 2 hands for this job, so check back in a minute.
You and me stuck on the ocean now, nothing but waves and they're spilling in. I wanna dry up, but you just keep on going, don't you? I don't even know how we got here, all my reasoning have disappeared. I wanna bury the hatchet and find the way back to our home, our home, our home. We don't have to drift inside this dome. I will not let us fade away. It's not a price I wanna pay.
That the leeward side.
The bloody windy side. You can fall off the boat if you want now. I've got the camera on.
Okay.
He nearly fell off before.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to see, I want to see.
That just looks so much better without the tape. So obviously that only adds 1 coat of thinned primer. But look at it, it's white. Wow. Look at it.
All right. That's cool.
It's great to finally see some big external changes on the boat. All this wouldn't be possible out with the help of our supporters. So we want to thank all of our amazing Patreon supporters, Ko-fi supporters and YouTube monthly members. Without the ongoing support that we receive, this just would not be possible. So thank you all from the bottom of our hearts so much.